Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and you're probably aware by now if you've been following my videos that this channel is really dedicated to beginner and intermediate pickers. I like to discuss techniques and pitfalls and my own struggles as well. I think it's a nice thing to do. It helps me learn, and I hope it helps others learn too. In front of me I've got some Lockwood padlocks, all the way from Australia. Via New Zealand, and these are all from Michael Maynard. Please go check out his YouTube channel. Amazing Southern Hemisphere picker, and Tipene from the UK Locksport forum. These all weigh lots. I mean, they are surprisingly heavy for brass padlocks, and they contain the classic Lockwood tapered pins. Now, I've been practicing on some of these locks for quite some time, and I can tell you I have not managed to get an open. They require quite a lot of tension. You can see I'm using the Sparrow's High HD. It's one of their Nostrum picks, I believe, but it's very much similar to a Peterson's Gem. I think you'd agree, a bit shallower maybe, and 25,000, so quite thick. I found that this is good in terms of getting onto these pins. And being able to feel the binders, but they bind so well and they overset so easily. I've just not managed to get into this lock at all. And normally a 5-pin brass padlock would be sort of child's play, but I just can't get anywhere with this. It does work nicely. Here's the key. I chose this one to practice on most because it's got relatively flat bitting. Works nicely, quite firm, but I believe these locks were designed to work for many years in the outback with little or no maintenance. So they were made with extremely exact tolerances and are not to be taken lightly. So I've been struggling with these. Now, I'm a bit of a purist in the sense that I really like to open my locks by single pin picking. I've clearly got a lot of work to do before I can do that, because I'm getting nowhere with these locks fast. But that doesn't mean we can't try and get an open. Now, if you look at the bitting of the key like this, you've got to think to yourself, well, what rake would be best suited to something like this? Well, how about an L wrench? You can see that the bitting is not the same. It is not the same at all. But remember, this is a rocking rake. So it's a rocker, not really a rake. So the idea is you're going to be rocking these pins up and down, and hopefully if you get it right, I could try and get an open. So let's try and do that. Tension. This was made to me by my friend Jack. Very strong tension tool, and it's good because I can bounce with it. Now, just a bit of a theory for those of you who haven't used an L rake for a while. This isn't a scrubbing pick, although yes, you can use it like that. It's not for brushing your teeth. It's moving sort of a pin at a time and rocking it back and forth, a bit like this. That movement there. Okay. The aim is, of course, you're trying to make these peaks and troughs represent highs and lows, bittings within the key for a relatively flat key profile. So that's the theory. Let's see whether the theory goes in practice. You'll also notice that I will bounce the tension wrench, or let go of the tension of the tension wrench regularly, because if I overset these pins, and they do overset very easily, that's sort of the end of the story. So you need to let go and keep going, let go, keep going, let go, keep going. So here we go. Just going to push this in and rock. Now this can take a while, but don't be disheartened. It's not supposed to come easy. These things do take time. They might not open, but there's no reason why we shouldn't get an open. The theory is sound. So I'll just keep going for a little bit, bouncing that tension wrench. moving position of the rocker, the L rake, the city rake. In the lock as we go. Oh, getting sore hands for this. Again, you don't want to force this rake too much. And we're open. So there we go. I felt the pins go and we had to rock it. So that's how you use it. And the idea is you don't overforce this. Southord, this is a Southord Euro city rake. Do a max one. I know Peterson do a number of different profiles of city rake, and this is how you use them. It's to rock them open. So this padlock, which has been giving me all sorts of pain, genuinely, because of its bitting, you are able to rock it with a city rake or an L rake. And it is an open. That's definitely an open. That lock is picked. It did take a couple of minutes, even raking. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Well, I'll get back to picking it. I may never be able to pick these on camera, even if I do get an open. But at least you've seen that they can be opened if you have the right rake and the right technique. Okay, I'll see you next time. Okay, just a little bonus video for you. You notice that when I tried to pick it earlier, I used this Sparrow's High HD pick from the Mostrom kit because it's excellent for getting up under these pins and trying to pick your way through, finding those binders, setting those pins. It's nice and sturdy as well, which means that you can lever up on the pins without breaking your tool. And one thing I noticed with this is that it's quite strong. It's quite a thick pick, this one. So I'd definitely recommend it for people who need to put a lot of tension on a lock. But I also thought to myself, well, I did manage to rock this with a city rake because it's flat bitting. Could I rock it with the back of the pick itself? So I thought I'd give it a go. It's all closed up, by the way, just to prove a point. There we go. The answer is yes. So I can't pick it with the Sparrow's High HD, but I can rock it with the back. That just goes to show even precision tough locks like this this Lockwood here can be defeated if it's got bitting which doesn't add to its security. Let me compare that to this one. There we go. Now that is a much more secure bitting. As you can see, you will not be able to rock this open in the same way, I imagine. In fact, I'll be very surprised if you could rake that due to these extreme high peaks there, with high pins with a low pin in the middle. So this is a real demonstration of what is rakeable against what is less likely to be easily raked. I will never say something can't be raked because there are some very skilled rakers out there, but there you go. Alright, I'll see you next time.